Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Compact Claustrophobia. As you can see right above me, we have a slightly bigger storage thingamabob for all of our patterns. This multi-block crafter that I have created is a 3x3 by 9x9, I think, because we're in a 9x9 compact machine. So it is quite big. And I left the 9 crafting storages in the center like we had it before, and everything else is filled up with the crafting CPUs. And these are very expensive because each one requires one advanced processor, actually 2 advanced processors for these, and this one requires 1 as well. So I wanted to make that a little bit bigger, but I think it's going to be plenty big, and it's also super fast. If we want an exporter, boom, it's done. So it's super quick. And what I want to do next is I want to do a little bit of reorganizing in here because I had a wonderful idea now that we have 5 blocks of space, and that is that we can run power right here in the center. So if we grab our hardened flux ducts, we can run power over here inside around like that, and we can move our power cube over here, and then it's going to output to the left and to the right. And we can then keep our compact machines right here as they are, but we can run refined storage on the bottom for these and on the top for the other ones, because we can hook in directly into the multi-block crafter because of that. The rework is now complete. We have all of the compact machines here on the bottom besides this giant compact machine ones. I made 2 extra large ones for whatever purpose that we're gonna need, but this one holds our miniaturization field projector, and the rest we're just gonna label like we had before with item frames. I'm gonna put them on the bottom once we put in the covers. And speaking of covers, if I have smooth lighting set to minimum or maximum, when I place this here, you see how it's glitching a little bit, and if I place it here, it works just fine. Like these 3 have no lighting issues whatsoever, which is really cool. And even this guy looks normal. And if we turn off smooth lighting, right, this guy gets a little bit of a darker texture on the cell over there, which is fine, but this fixes itself. So we're gonna have covers covering everything here anyway, and I want the room to look nice, so we're gonna have smooth lighting turned off. And the way everything is hooked up, it's pretty much very easy to see. We have this cable coming into the bottom to hook up into all of these via bottom. And then the power is coming out of this power cube going into the left and into the right as well. And also into the bottom into our controller here to provide power to everything. And since this tower is hooked up directly into the multi-block crafter up top, we can just hook out from the multi-block crafter on top over there individually, and we don't need to run a cable, let's say in a corner up and then over. That is really not necessary. I have also made the crafter manager, which is gonna make storing patterns very, very easy, and I'm not gonna worry too much about organizing them. I just grab them out of here the way they were before and toss them in. And we can just have a mess of patterns in here because it really doesn't matter. This guy is going to craft them all fast anyway. The next thing that I want to do is just clean up our tree farm. I want to put just the tree farm inside of a 7x7 and put the storage in there, and then everything else can be outside of it. And we can then have the 7x7 cube hooked up inside of the cube where we have this, or maybe we just hook it up here to the side because we have plenty of room. That should both be fine. That means that all of this has to go, and since we didn't export a bunch of the coal coke, we have 4,500 of it stored in here, which is going to get quickly turned into all of the HOP graphite things. But basically all of this that we have here, this all needs to go and get removed. Our wood cube is now completely empty, and we're actually gonna grab it out of here because it's not gonna be stored right here, and it's gonna be in here. I wanna have it pretty much right there, and we can have an output here from this accumulator. Let's get a storage, an entry point, I mean. On the down, it should go into the signal plated item duct, so if I take this, it should auto output it. Maybe we need a servo. I think I might just need to reconnect this guy, and then it'll work because the cube was moved. We should see that one piece of wood hopefully head out here. Oh, it might not work because it's duct to duct. It might need a storage in betwixt, so maybe we need to put it there. And then if I put this strongbox here, it should end up in here, I think. Maybe? Hello? You are on the down. So let's reset this guy up on the down. Yeah, there it goes. All right. And it went into the strongbox. Okay, so we can then extract out of this strongbox with a servo, and that should be fine. So we can grab ourselves, we've been using these signalum servos everywhere, so let's use that. And if we do that, that should extract the wood into the corresponding spot. All right, cool. So the next thing that I want to set up is all of these things that we had before, but I want to set them up in a better way. And that meaning that I want to have detectors up above, and I can't really do that in this machine because it's too small. I totally need a 7x7 because the machine's going to go there, exporter there, detector above. I need a 7x7. Whoops. I think we can easily fit it in here. We can set up the external storages on the bottom, and we can also reset up some of these guys. Not the obsidian, the clay, and the sulfur and the bone meal, possibly. Now that we have coal coke in the system, I've just stuck an exporter here, and it's going to export coal coke right into the crusher, and it's going to get it processed into HOP graphite ingots because I am really, really low on diamond nuggets. I have 3 left. And if I want to make any more exporters or anything, that requires diamond nuggets. So I can make 3 more, and that's pretty much it. And then I have to pretty much wait for more HOP graphite ingots to be made. And I'm thinking that we can increase the speed at which we make these by adding a second crusher here on the side, and we can then put the squeezer into a compact machine that we can fit right in between here, and we can then fit all of this inside of another small machine and have everything just stored and neatly tucked away. All right, I have everything hooked up in a proper way. We have 2 strong boxes here, which are the outputs of the crushers, and then we have an item duct that transports the coal coke over, or the coke dust, I should say, over with this reinforced retriever. We have the power coming in from the bottom and the cable coming in from the side here. And then in here, we have an external storage that hooks up to that cable. We have an item duct that is the input right over there in the back. And then the power is coming in from over there. We are also processing it with the Redstone Furnace and storing directly HOP graphite ingots. And if we now head on out of here, we can see HOP graphite ingots in the system. I have pretty much everything set up that we had before sans the tree farm. So the oak wood is stored currently in here, and it's dwindling very, very quickly because this redstone furnace is cooking it up into charcoal. Then we're pulverizing it into pulverized charcoal. We're manufacturing it into graphite dust, and then we're pressurizing it into coal. And then we're coaling the coal into coal coke with 5 redstone furnaces now, and I think it's still producing coal faster than we are processing it with even 5 furnaces. But that is lovely. We're getting coal coke 5 times faster than we were before. Well, 3 more times. Doesn't matter. We're getting coal coke faster is the point. And over here, I have a sequential fabricator set up to craft the phyto grow that we're going to use in the tree farm. And I want to try one thing and see if we can make rich phyto grow, because rich slag is super simple to make. We just need an induction smelter that we can give the secondary sieves so it produces more rich slag, and then it can just repurpose iron, and it's going to cost us redstone, which we have a butt ton of in the storage system, and we're never going to run out pretty much. Over on this side, we have the production of slag and also the production of niter with a manufactory, and the induction smelter kind of has to be in the corner because I have 2 separate inputs, one on top and one on the side. The top one is controlled with redstone and exports cobble, and this right side is just going to constantly export sand. Because if we didn't have that, the exporter isn't smart enough to do round robin, and it would just fill the entire induction smelter with sand, which is a bad no bueno thing. So over here, I want to set it up together. We're going to add an external storage down here on the bottom, like that. And then we're going to go grab a simple cache, if I have one. Boom, boom. All right. And we can head on in. We're going to wait a little bit before we add it down, though. So we're going to add 2 exporters like that and a cable in the corner. And then a detector that I also tossed in here on top. Where are you? I get lost. Here it is. Haha, we did it. Okay. So in here, we're going to export compasses with a crafting upgrade. Right? So that's going to go into the left slot. And then on the left side here, we're going to export sand, which we can sneakily grab out of this guy. Sand, like so. And you currently have these two augments. We're going to go grab... do I not have the sieve augments? I do. Okay. And we can toss you those. So the sieve augments, which is going to produce more rich slag. And what we can do is we can set up a cache with some rich slag right here. We can lock it, grab it, put it there, okay? And then we can set up an output and a filter over there. We're gonna grab some iron. We're gonna set it filter, whitelist. And we can then set an output on the bottom for both things. So the rich slag should get stored in the cache, and the iron should go into this strong box. And what we're gonna do with the iron is we're gonna come over here, grab an importer, and we're gonna import the iron back into the system. Here, and we can flip you like that, and that should just import the iron back. I don't think it should I think it should import faster than it makes it. I hope. We can toss that in there to get imported as well. There we go. So that is going to process compasses into rich slag, and we can set up a detector on top to say, I don't know, 1,000 rich slag. Cool, cool, and you need to be redstone, and you need to be normal. Cool. So the next step in getting the tree farm running 24/7 is we need Boron's Paxel hose being crafted all the time, and that is simply done with our refined storage system, no problem. The problem is getting boron ingots, and that requires boron dust, which is found by scavenging with a steel pickaxe. And I think I'm going to use a steel pickaxe because it makes all the different dusts and even lapis and nether quartz, and we can just have that running pretty much constantly. And what we're going to do is, I think in here, we can set that up and also set up the storage for all the things that it's going to make. And before that, we're going to head on in here. And we're going to use an induction smelter to automate the production of steel. And we're going to put you in the corner here again. Actually, no, because we don't have any more space here in the corner. Hello? Are you going to do your thing? Yeah. Right. So if we want to place this, we either have to sacrifice a redstone furnace for coal coke or this for clay. We can possibly do this a different way. I don't know. All right, I moved everything over. So we freed up this corner next to this redstone furnace, and we can have an induction smelter there, fluid transporter there, and an induction smelter right here. And we're gonna set you up to have an input on the left and an input on the top like so. And we can then do that. We can set this importer to import pulverized charcoal. Like that. That should do its thing. And then up top, we're going to set up another exporter to export with a redstone signal. But firstly, of course, it did the whole iron disappearing thing. I don't know why that is the case. It was happening last episode. I don't know why it's happening again. You see one ingot gets removed from my inventory for some weird reason. But export that so we can get a little bit of steel. We can set a redstone signal. We can set a detector up top for steel for 1,000. And we can then head on out here, grab some steel from our system and a cache. Just a basic one. And head on in here and set this up like so. Lock it. We can then set an output on the bottom like that. That should get output to its corresponding spot. Cool. So we pretty much have steel automated now. Wonderful. The wood has currently run out, so we really need to set this up again. So now that we have automated steel, so long as we have wood, which we are working towards, we can set up a Boron's Paxel Hoe thing right in here. Alrighty, we have our auto clicker steel pickaxeificator set up. It is simple and efficient. We have power, we have an exporter, we're exporting steel pickaxes with a crafting upgrade, and it just brought in a new pickaxe. It works. I don't think it's going to collect any sort of gravel dust or anything, and if it does, we can set up a nullifier in the corner to avoid that. We could even just put a nullifier somewhere here on the end, so this can run forever without it filling up the caches, but these caches can store a bazillion items and it should be fine. Okay, so the boron spaxel hose are up next, now that we have steel boron dust coming in. So we can grab one of these and that. We do need boron dust smelted. Do we have any more space in here? Or did I fill everything up? I think I filled everything up. Yeah, we can put it right in here. We have one more slot in the corner, I think. Yeah, Redstone Furnace. And boron ingots. Like so. And boron dust. We can come in here. There is the little hole, like that. We can put the exporter facing downwards. We can say export with a redstone signal boron dust. Here, emit when we have less than 1000. That should get that. We can then upgrade it. 1, 1, 2. Bam, bam, bam. And a cache. Like so. And we can then add boron ingots in here. We can say input on top, output on the bottom. Boron ingots. Nice. So we can have that stored all the time in the system. Somebody left a comment on one of the videos that I can use redstone relays to transfer redstone power. So what we're going to do exactly that. We're going to set up 4 of them up here, and we're going to say redstone output on all of these. And then this guy is going to be redstone input. And if we put a cover on top of this, we can add this guy, and that stops these guys for working because this has the redstone output and the duct power is 15. So these should not be able to hit me right now. And we can set this guy on 2. These guys were, I believe, on 5, like that. And we are going to need some item ducts here on the side. Actually, we need signalum plated item ducts, to be honest. So let's grab a few of those. That's the fluid duct, item duct. Like that. And we need power to come in so we can get those guys working. We also need power to come into both of these guys. So we need to do a signalum plated like that. And then this guy also needs power, so we can do kind of like that. And now it's going to send saplings to all the places that I don't want it to send saplings to. All right, we need filters on all of these. And there we go. All of them are filtered. We are going to grab a tunnel that is going to provide power to this. So that should be on the... Ooh, are you even getting... You should be getting power, right? This compact machine has a duct on the bottom, so we can transfer power in here. That shouldn't be an issue. Cable, manufacturing. It could be that this one... Ooh, right. This one's hooked up to the same thing. Okay, we'll figure out the storage a little bit differently with the whole vacuumulator thing. We can put this guy somewhere on the side. It should be fine. So if we add this guy here, it should be signalum plated item duct, and they should be getting power. Okay, awesome. We're going to figure out where we're going to do the saplings and all of that in a moment, but we are getting power to all of these except for this one, which we can do something like this. And there we go. And the structural ducts are just to hold the redstone relays. They should still be able to transfer the power. Yeah, the duct power is still going over. So this guy is going to need to get an exporter on the side. I think we're going to do it like this because we can't really, I mean, we need anything else. We need an exporter and we need the storage. So let's put it over here. We're going to add a cable, and then the tunnel is going to go here. That's hooked up to a cable, and you need to get fluxed phyto grow. And I'm going to also grab some speed upgrades. Bring me back in, please, game. Here we go. A phyto grow and a stack upgrade should do it to export phyto grow. No? Maybe speed upgrades? Are you even on an... You're on an external storage. We have phyto grow in the system. I might have to replace the cable on the other side. Oh, there we go. Okay, hooked up. Right, so you have saplings. You can place them down. If we set you up on like maybe a 3 or maybe a 4, and you can be like a 5, that grows the tree. We then need boron spaxel hose in here. So I need another exporter that is gonna put boron spaxel hose into a storage bin or a cache or maybe just a strongbox, something like that. I think this should work. We can place it over here. We can put an exporter here. Boron spaxel hose crafting upgrade. That should fill this with lovely boron spaxel hose. And we can then signalum servo them over to the place that they need to go, which it should send 4. Yep, and they're gonna go through here and over here and to the top. And we could potentially just reverse these ducts, but that's fine. So these are set on 2. You are set on 4. You should be doing your thing, right? You have power. Oh, left click. Left click. Left click. Left click. Okay. Oh, why are you not harvesting the middle one? Left click, 5. You have a boron spaxel hoe. We'll see again if it does its thing. Oh, yeah, it works. All right, okay. So you need a whitelist for oak wood as well. And also apparently sawdust is gotten by right-clicking the spaxel hose onto wood. So that happens as well. The tree farm is now complete. The vacuumulator is here in the back collecting everything, and then we have a signalum servo extracting everything on this line, and the apples are stored here. The saplings firstly fill up the auto clicker, and then they will get stored in this cache. And then this guy has a filter for sawdust, and we can even add a filter for these 2 things, because if we fill up the cache, the tree farm will overflow and things will accumulate in the vacuumulator, so that way it's pretty much protected. And the logs then go down there into the tunnel that goes outside of the compact machine and stores them in the other cache outside. And that is pretty much done and complete. I know I said in the last episode that I want to tackle this glitched small machine again, but I'm really intrigued by the glitched medium machine, so I want to check what that has to offer, and we can see what that does. We're again in adventure mode. Game rule, command block, output, false. Okay. Game rule, command block, output, false. Okay. So we have to push the sand over that torch, I assume. So how does this work? Okay. So what are these? These are lamps. This is a nullifier. This is a redstone furnace. Okay, so I assume that's like a reset or something. I don't know what that is or does. Okay, so that lights up. Ooh. Okay, so that moves that piston. And then we need to move the piston up, I assume. Okay, not that. I have no idea how this works. And I can't go. Can I see in the back what it is? Ooh, it's forge multipart thingies that I don't understand. Okay. Because if I flick this back, ooh, I pulled the sand over. Now we can't move. Is that a reset? Are you a reset? How do I reset? Idea, smelt sand to glass to activate laser. I think I broke it. Yeah, I can't move that. Yeah, I would have to push it over. And I think I broke it. Can I reset this dimension somehow? Because if I assume if I just head on out, I should, it shouldn't reset. I don't know. I can change my game mode and try and fix it up. I went into creative mode and I fixed it up, and I got the sand over the torch, but it didn't fall and it didn't break. And I don't know if there's a... Can I just try and flick this piston to update the torch? No, that doesn't work. Oh, you know what we can do though? We can probably push this piston. Wait, no, that pushes that one down. We can push this one up now. No, wait, this one? Hold on, why are you... Okay. Oh, we got that one up. Okay, now we can push this one over. We can bring this one up, like so, and we can then push it with that one. Actually, no. No, stop. So hard to flick the levers. Okay, so we would need to... Is there even a way? Because I can't push anything more over, because that has the light gray thingy bobs. I don't think so. Because now I can't I can't pull that one back. So I think we completed, and this should reset the puzzle. I checked it out and I pushed the button and nothing happens. It just kills another quartz item, apparently, because it's killing the items that I'm creating in the other compact machines. But let's say this this kind of worked, and I'm gonna give myself a red sand and I'm gonna drop it into, well, it has to drop into the hopper. I wish I could reset this. Can I get out and it should reset? Is there a way to get home? I probably can just drop off the edge and kill myself. Maybe then it will reset. I managed to pop off the red sand off of the item frame over here, and I really have no idea why this is not resetting or doing anything for that matter, and I don't know how to get that just yet, so I'll ask in the Discord to see if I can reset this somehow and why the structure block is not working, but for the time being, we're just gonna leave and finish off today's episode. We made a whole bunch of reworking progress today, not necessarily questing progress, but we're gonna get to quests in the future episodes. I'm in no rush to finish this pack. I'm really having a lot of fun playing it, and I'm glad you guys are also enjoying it by the looks of the comments and all of that. So keep on leaving them and I'll keep on making episodes. And with that, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I am really hoping that you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, you should probably click on that like button, and you can also subscribe if you haven't already to see new videos, and you can support me on Patreon as well if you want, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye bye.